What is going on, guys? Welcome back. In this video today, we're going to learn how to use OpenAI's DALL-E in Python to create AI-generated images, but also in order to edit images using this AI. So let us get right into it. Alright, so for this video today, we're going to need to use an OpenAI account. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to platform.openai.com and you want to create a new account for yourself if you don't have one yet. Chances are you already have one because you're using ChatGPT or you have used ChatGPT. This is the same account. So if you have a ChatGPT account, you also have an OpenAI account, so you can just log into it. And what you want to do here is you want to click on your account in the upper right corner. Let me just move my camera here so that you can see what I'm doing. You want to click on your account here in the upper right corner and you want to go to View API Keys. And in my case, I already have a secret key here that I'm going to use for this video today. But if you don't have a key here or you forgot your key that you have here, you can just click here on Create New Secret Key and it's going to generate a new key for you. You can just copy it, save it in a file, or put it clear text into your code. However, if someone gets that key, you should always keep it private, because if someone gets that key, they can authenticate themselves as you. So they can use your credits, they can use your account to send requests, they can do all sorts of things in your name. So you want to keep this secret. This is what authenticates you for the OpenAI API. So copy it, store it in a file, store it in the environment, load it, do something with it, but don't just keep it somewhere. Don't just put it maybe into your code, and definitely don't share it with anyone. So I'm going to revoke this key here so that you cannot use it. From this video here, this is the one that I'm going to use. I have it in a text file. And with this API key now, let me just move back my camera. We want to have it in the upper right corner. With this API key, we can now authenticate ourselves and use the various APIs here, the various services. And we're interested today in the image generation API, which is using DALL-E, the image generation model. And we have three basic use cases here: image generation, image editing, and variations of images. So the first use case is quite simple. We have a simple prompt. In this case here, some white cat. We provide a number of images that we are interested in, and we provide a resolution. And I think we have only three formats supported: 256, 512, and 1024. This is what we have. And they also have a different pricing. Now, regarding the pricing, chances are you don't have to spend any money on this, because when you create a new OpenAI account, when I go to manage account here, chances are that you will get some free credits to use. So I have $18 here. I never loaded any money onto this account. So chances are that when you create an account, or if you already have an account, you already have some credits. Mine are going to expire in 3 days, which is why I'm making this video today. But maybe you don't have to load in a lot of money. And if you have to load in money, you can load in $5 and you can do a lot of stuff with it, because when you go to the pricing page, you can see when you scroll down to image models that requesting a high resolution image here costs 2 cents per image. So 2 cents per request. And if you go for the lower resolutions, even less than that. So this definitely is not too expensive. Now we can do the calculation. If I have $5, if I have $5 divided by 0.02, 250 images with $5, if you want to play around with that. So this is what we're going to use, and we're going to use the documentation here to do all of this in Python. Now, in order to be able to use that sample code here, we will need to have the OpenAI package installed, and we will also need to authenticate with the API key. So what we want to do first is we want to open up a command line, and we want to type pip install OpenAI to install the package. And once this is installed, we can go into our development environment. Here I already have my API key in a file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say import OpenAI, and then I'm going to say OpenAI.API key equals, and we're going to load that file. So open API key in reading mode, and we want to read the content. This is already the authentication process. And now with that being part of our script, we can just copy the example here from the documentation. We can paste it into the development environment, and now we can just choose a prompt. For example, I can go and say something like 5 yellow dogs playing ball in the rain, something like that. And then what we do here is we send a response using OpenAI.image.create. We send a prompt. We say we want to have one image. This is the resolution that we're going for. As a result, we get an image URL by accessing the data key value pair, the first element of that, and then accessing the URL key value pair, or actually the value of the URL. And of course, we want to print the result because then we can download the image from that URL. So I can just run this now. And you're going to see here in a second that I'm going to get a link. This one, I can click on it, and this is the resulting image. So we have, okay, I mean, we can see that those are AI generated. First of all, there are 4 dogs. I think I provided 5 as a prompt, so that's not optimal. They're kind of yellow, but they are not really yellow. The ground is yellow, the balls are yellow. So it's definitely imperfect. And this is another thing that's important to mention here. The examples are oftentimes very good. So you have examples where things work out pretty well. This is not always the case. So you cannot expect always to get good results. Oftentimes you're going to get pretty bad results. But I think some basic stuff. So for example, if I say blue car or blue racing car in or on the street, I think this is a quite easy prompt, so I would expect this to be of higher quality, even though I don't know if I should call that or if I should predict that before seeing the image. But let's see. There you go. That's not too bad, but you can still see it's AI generated. But yeah, this is a basic racing car. The thing is you can run this multiple times, so I can just rerun the code here every time I spend 2 cents when I do this. But you can see that then we're going to get different results for the same prompt. I don't have to change anything, but I get different results. And maybe I can change racing car to sports car, and maybe I will get some BMW or something. Or some Lambo. Let's see. Okay, this works kind of. So that is what we can do in a first use case. You have to play around with that. To be honest, I don't know what happens if I just change this now to 5. If I'm going to get one URL with 5 images, or if I'm going to get, probably I'm going to get data and then multiple fields, right? So let's just go ahead and say print response data, just in case I don't get everything I want. So now it should create 5 images and they should be different. They should not be with the same seed. There you go. So you can see we get a data object, and then we have, what do we have here? We have multiple dictionaries with the URL key in them. So this is the first image here. This is the second image. They're all very close up. So I want to see the full car, not just the wheels. I don't know why this is the default case, but seems like that is the case. Maybe I have to provide the information that I want to see the full car. But I think the more details I add, the more mistakes it's going to make. But we can try. Let's go and say blue sports car on the street with full view of the car. This is probably going to go wrong, but we can try. I think stable diffusion gives you better results, to be honest. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but stable diffusion seems to give you better results. And you can also run it offline. We don't have to pay for that. Okay, now we can see more of the car. Maybe that's a coincidence. Let's see if this is also the case for the other images. Now we can see a little bit more. It's not just the wheels. Let me just load all of them here. Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit better, but we still see a very close-up view. All right, so that's the generation part. We can also edit images. How does editing images work? Quite easily. You take some image, like here, this one on the left. This is an example that works quite well again. You have a hotel with a pool. You have a mask where you have basically the same image, but some area is transparent, so you basically deleted it. You upload both these images, you provide a prompt, and then here, for example, it says a sunlit indoor lounge area with a pool containing a flamingo. And here you can see now we have a flamingo, right? So that is the editing use case. Now, first of all, I would like to have something that's worth editing. So let me just try to create something else. Let's say we have a I don't know, maybe some beach, beautiful beach with sand and waves. I hope it doesn't mess this up, but then we're going to just select an area and maybe insert a dock in there. This should be an easy task. Hopefully it is capable of doing that. Okay, this is a simple beach, so we're going to take that here as the base image. I'm going to download this. I'm going to save it as image.png. Then I'm going to open this image PNG here in the Explorer. I'm going to, where is it? There you go. I'm going to right click it. I'm going to open it with GIMP. And in GIMP, I'm going to delete some areas. So I'm going to use this deletion tool. I'm going to go to Layer, Transparency, Add Alpha Channel. Now this is also an image editing tutorial. And for example, maybe we can go and do something like I could insert a dock here, for example, or I could say maybe a surfer somewhere here. So let's maybe delete this area here. And let's say we have some guy surfing. So we can export this as mask.png. Export, go into Python, or go actually into the documentation, copy this code, go into Python, delete this part here, enter the part here, and then we're going to say image PNG, mask PNG, and we want to have the prompt beautiful beach with sand and waves, and surfer surfing the waves. Let's see if that's enough to get a solid image. So now basically here we should see some surfer, but maybe I didn't mask out enough. Let's see what the response is. Take some more time than just the image generation. There you go. And oh, look at that. We have something in here that looks at least somewhat like a surfer. So yeah, actually this seems to work kind of well. But as I said, you can see that this is not perfect. I mean, when we go to the image, you can see that, yes, this should be a surfer, but I mean, yeah, it could be a surfer actually, but it doesn't look exactly like a surfer. It could be done better, I guess. It doesn't look realistic. We can see that this is an AI image. Let's see what we get now. Okay, this is bad. I mean, unless you say this is a guy carrying a surfboard, maybe. Let's try something else. Let's go back here and let's just enter a, oh, this is too much. Let's just say we want to have a dock here. So export mask, change the prompt to, actually almost the same prompt, but and waves, and then with dock laying on the beach. Let's see what we get here. And then we can take, if we get a somewhat good result, we can take it and try the variation as well. So we can basically, this is the third use case, you can go, you can upload an image and you can get a similar version of that image. So it's not the same, but it's kind of similar. It's almost the same. So let's see what we get here. Oh, we have some dock here, but this looks more like a rock, to be honest. And also doesn't fill all the area. Why is that? Maybe I should say with large dock, or large or big. What's the actual, what's the proper word? Big dock. Yeah, if this doesn't work, we're going to just go with one of the images we already have. So let's see. There you go. Oh, okay, now it looks like the dog is dead, but I think he's just relaxing, let's say that. So let's take that image now and upload it for a variation. So I'm going to just copy this code now. I'm going to download the dog. This is the image. Save image, dog, and then we're going to replace this part. actually, I want to show you one of the generations that I did before. So when I go to the prepared images here, this was one of the images that were generated. I said 5 purple dogs smiling into the camera. This is actually quite good, I would say, for an AI image generation. But yeah, we're going to now just do that. We're going to use the dog image here, dog PNG, to generate a variation of that. And if this doesn't work well, if this looks bad, I'm going to just use the prepared image from here. So I'm going to copy purple dogs PNG that I generated in the preparation for this video. Let's see what we get here. Okay, now the dog became either waste or a rock or something that doesn't look in any way good. But you can see that the waves changed. So you can see we have still a beach with waves and with sand, but it looks different now. So this is a variation. Let's go and try to do the dog image that we have here, the purple, purple dogs image. So let's purple dogs PNG. And let's see if we can get some other purple dogs. Hopefully. But yeah, you can see, I don't know if you think that's better than Stable Diffusion. I don't know if maybe, I mean, we can do some fine tuning here, but this is, I think, in general for all the models, not just for the image generation. So I think it's for chat completion and stuff like that as well. But I think that actually Stable Diffusion, if you run it locally with a strong GPU and you have a correct model or a good model that you use, I think you can get better results there. And I also have a video, by the way, on Stable Diffusion, how to set it up. So let's see here. Oh, this looks kind of different. So the base image was this one. Yeah, this looks like 4 purple dog demons, but yeah. But yeah, that's it. That is how you use OpenAI DALL-E in Python. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and hope you learned something. If so, let me know by hitting the like button, leaving a comment in the comment section down below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to not miss a single future video for free. Other than that, thank you much for watching. See you in the next video and bye.